In the early morning hours, residents of Lac-Megantic walked silently from the church across the train tracks, marking the moment a runaway train derailed and exploded 10 years ago, and honoring the memory of the 47 people who died. The fury of the burning tanker cars filled with crude oil destroyed the center of town.
Painting what I saw and what everyone saw.
Artist Wynne Parkin lost friends and says in many ways she lost her town, too.
The town was on fire, the trees were on fire, and I was calling my friends. I'm like, they live there and nobody's answering their phone and nobody knew what was going on.
The town wanted this anniversary to be a time of sober reflection. Dignitaries and residents gathered at the church for a commemorative mass.
I lost 6 persons in this fire, many friends. It's a devoir, a duty to be here.
In this small town, nearly everyone knew someone who died. For Jean Cloutiot, it was his daughter, Cathy.
I miss her smile. I miss her hug. And it's still in my mind every day, you know?
After the service, the church bells rang 47 times, once for each of the victims. Steps away, rail safety advocates place flowers on the train tracks that still run through town. They want more regulations for rail companies.
There's a lot of frustration, but at the same time, it's knowing that if we stick into these we're gonna drop and we're not be able to go further.
The federal government has added safety measures since the disaster, but advocates say there are still risks. The Liberal government also promised for years to move the tracks to bypass the downtown. That plan is going ahead, but 40 property owners will be expropriated for the new route and some are fighting it. Still, the Prime Minister says it's necessary.
This has been a longer process than anyone would have liked to start construction. We're hoping to start construction this fall on the bypass.
So, Alison, 10 years later, still concerns about safety. Where do things stand?
Well, as the commemorative events like this concert behind me start to wrap up, I've heard from a lot of people who want to move forward as a town and as a community. Not to forget, but to really move on past some of these divisions around the future of the rail line. But for some people, that won't be easy because some of the people being expropriated say they'll be losing part of their livelihood. Others have lost loved ones in the tragedy and now face losing part of their property and having the train go through it. The federal government says that those people will be compensated, but not everyone is at ease.
Alison Northcott reporting again from Lac-Megantic.